In 2036, a deadly virus devastates humanity, plunging the world into chaos. But there's one safe haven, Helgoland, a small island off the coast of Germany. On this island, 513 survivors struggle to stay alive. They have strict rules, sacrifice one person for each new birth, and anyone who breaks the rules gets punished. Hello and welcome to Plotify. Today, we're going to make a recap of the German series that premiered in 2024, Helgoland 513. So buckle up and prepare yourselves to go deep into the secrets of this mysterious island. In the heart of Helgoland, with the struggle for survival, a moment of hope emerges. Amelie bravely brings a new life into the world, with Lola, a reporter, capturing every precious moment. The baby arrives safely, bringing joy to her family. But as the grandfather holds his granddaughter, he makes a sacrifice no one expected. He volunteers to leave the island, making way for his granddaughter's future. With a heavy heart, he bids farewell to his loved ones, unaware of what fate has in store. Meanwhile, in the clinic, a revelation stuns everyone. Amelie isn't finished yet. Despite the lack of medical resources, she gives birth to a second baby, twins. The islanders never anticipated this turn of events, caught off guard by the unexpected arrival of another life. With how things came up, the Council of the Island debates. Some say they should allow more than 513 people, but others worry it'll cause problems later. Beatrice says they'll let everyone vote on it. On the leaderboard, Christian sees his name at 511 and worries. His friend, Hendrik, warns him not to defy the rules. Elise and Etienne, both in trouble, face uncertain futures. In the next days, Marek and Linus work on their lab and can't make progress because they don't have what they need. Later, Judith joins Marek to hand out medicine in town. They visit Etienne, whose wife blames Judith for his low rank. Lisa argues that Etienne stole medicine to help her, resulting in a harsh punishment. Their argument stops when a neighbor arrives for Lisa's grandfather's clock, showing they're trying to buy votes. Marek promises to talk to Beatrice about it. Meanwhile, Amelie wakes up to find Elise holding a baby. Amelie thinks Elise is trying to harm the baby, but Elise says she found it and was trying to help. Marek secretly gives medicine to Laure, seen by Judith, who tells Beatrice. In the store, Hendrik tells Christian to help a child who broke a jar of pickles. Christian does, and Beatrice praises him. Nearby, Hendrik offers to get food for Etienne and Lisa illegally. Lisa refuses, and Hendrik warns her not to anger him. Beatrice scolds Hendrik for his actions, revealing he's her son, and he demands power in return for cooperation. Later, Marek returns to the lab, and after getting ready, he reveals a locked door where he's keeping Peter, a sick patient from the mainland. Peter is being used for experiments. If they work, he can stay on the island once he's cured. As Marek gives him an injection, Peter mentions feeling better, suggesting the medicine might be working. Meanwhile, Lisa meets Hendrik secretly to accept his offer of food, but she must pay with her body. Their meeting is interrupted when an alert warns of mainlanders trying to reach the island. Hendrik gives Lisa a can of food and rushes to join the other guards at the shore. They see a raft approaching and warn them to turn back or face gunfire. When the mainlanders don't comply, a guard shoots, killing one. Hendrik continues shooting, despite objections from squad leader Mia. A few hours later, everyone gathers for the vote. Christian is no longer in the bottom three after adjustments. The citizens vote to spare the second baby, but Etienne receives the most votes to be sacrificed. When the votes are counted, Lisa accuses Hendrik of being abusive, and more women agree. They vote again and decide to kick Hendrik out. Lola records it but cuts out the protests. Meanwhile, Marek finds Peter getting worse and gives him more medicine, but Peter dies. On the island, Beatrice finds a secret radio, and Chief Engineer Ualik fixes a water problem but can't bring his wife. Back with the group exploring, they sail down a river to check out the city, finding it in bad shape. Soldiers leave to look for things, but Linus has to stay on the boat. At a bridge, Mia and the soldiers meet with the Earl, a person they know. Suddenly, a desperate man wants to go to the island, but the Earl's people shoot him. Mia trades food for medicine and boxes with the Earl. Meanwhile, Linus gets bored and looks around, finding some people who say the virus is gone. Linus doesn't believe them and stays alert. Then, Mojik gives Linus medicine and talks about more on a ship lab. Linus agrees to go, but wants safety for him and his friends, and he runs away. As Mia's group heads back to the boat, a survivor attacks Heinz, and the soldiers shoot him. They realize Linus is missing, but say they can't wait. Linus sees them leaving and races to catch up. A person tries to stop him, but Linus knocks him down and jumps onto the boat just in time. Mojik follows but gets shot by Mia. The soldiers notice Linus's torn suit and shoot him with a tranquilizer. Later on the island, he wakes up and hides the medicine. When Marek visits him, Linus gives him the medicine and talks about the lab. Marek gives him a shot just in case. As we finally head to the finale of the series, Marek reveals to Linus the truth about his experiments and his past actions. He confesses to using people as lab rats, including Linus, in a desperate attempt to find a cure. Linus, despite feeling betrayed, forgives his father before succumbing to his illness. Marek, devastated by Linus's death, decides to expose everything to the islanders by showing them a security tape with his confession. Meanwhile, Heinz, now in a cell due to his illness, prompts Marek to test the medicine Linus brought. Marek confirms its effectiveness but is torn when Beatrice orders him to administer fake medicine to Heinz to maintain order. Reluctantly, he complies, feeling guilty for deceiving Heinz and betraying his ethics. On the mainland, Earl's men retrieve Mojik's body and discover medicine, leading Earl to seek out Mojik's assistance. Spark, wary of Earl's intentions, strikes a deal for protection and passage to the island. Hendrik, now in the city, attempts the trade for disinfection but is rebuffed by Wilma. Desperate, he seduces her to gain her trust but ultimately kills her for information. Beatrice manipulates Lisa into becoming her informant, promising a better life for her and her husband. In the lab, Marek and Judith reluctantly continue their experiments, using unwilling subjects to test potential vaccines. Despite Marek's reservations, he agrees to Daniela's plan to save Linus and gain resources for a cure. As tensions rise on the island, Beatrice manipulates events to maintain control, orchestrating the punishment of Ulike and framing him for Judith's murder. Fiona, disillusioned with Beatrice's regime, seizes an opportunity to expose the truth but is thwarted by Daniela's intervention. The mainlanders prepare to embark on their plan. While on the island, the council faces internal strife and external threats. The series ends with Marek, fueled by grief and guilt, is determined to reveal the truth and seek justice, even as the island hangs on the brink of chaos. Thanks for tuning in. If you liked this video, hit that bell and subscribe to our channel to never miss our fantastic content. Your support means the world to us. So until next time, take care and stay plotified.